gonna do this, really neat footage, and then what we'll do is we'll center on that coastline there, and then we'll just pull the camera up slowly. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Check this place out. Remember this spot? Done a lot of videos from this spot with waterproof drones, planes, regular drones, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, this is the last day I have on the island for this trip, and I thought I'd take the Mini 5 Pro with me. So here's the Mini 5 Pro. I've been doing the full series on it. A few videos actually here in the islands. Just got done with a range test. We're gonna spend the last day at the beach, and it might be a great idea to get away and try to get some cool shots. Just fly out on the ocean. It's super calm today. We got about a 5 mile per hour coming towards us here, maybe from that direction. So I'm gonna try to fly out to that island out there. I know that island's about 3 miles out, and I know this thing, after the range test, can fly way farther than that. Check out that range test if you haven't seen my Mini 5 Pro range test. Crazy, I think it's a new record. Maybe do some orbits, and on the way out, maybe we'll hit some boats and just try to do, you know, some of the functions that the Mini 5 Pro can do, and just have a nice relaxing stroll out on the ocean with the Mini 5 Pro. Let's get started. Okay guys, for this video we're just going to be recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. Also going to record my screen. This is the RC2 controller. I got the Fly More Plus combo. So big old batteries in here that can fly super long. Let's go ahead and take off and fly straight out that way towards the island. And launch. Super easy with this drone, and listen how quiet that sucker is, right? There she goes. So I'm gonna be in normal mode, and you know, I'm just gonna keep it a reasonable height off the water. All it really knows is its launch altitude it launched from. And man, let's get out here. You know what I want to do though is I want to turn back on these sensors. I had them off for the range test. Gonna put it back in bypass just in case birds, or when we're doing some orbits, something's in the way. But yeah, welcome to the Mini 5 Pro Chillin' Island flight test. Remember, this is a 1-inch sensor camera, so I'm just going to be focusing on the ocean and just kind of tilting this thing around. Probably going to try some different modes too. Remember, this thing kind of has that like camera FPV turning mode, which is pretty cool. So this isn't going to really be a range test. I'm hoping that we can get to the island out there with a lot of battery left. But who knows? We'll just play it by ear and see what's going on here. 39 satellites up on the top right. Boy, we already ate almost 10% of that battery power. That was quick, huh? Lithium batteries, right? They eat power real quick at the top and then at the bottom, but in the middle they get super stable. So here we go, guys, just flying out on the horizon. Tell me if you see anything in the water. Maybe we'll see some whales. I mean, wintertime in the islands, the whales come over here to spawn and take a break from the cold up there. So who knows, maybe we'll see something. If you see something, give me a comment down in the description, and then others can check it out, right? All right. By the way, this is the European model, which apparently, if you're in the US, makes it a US model as far as transmission goes, because I had no issues with the range test. Going super far. I'm not going to tell you how far I went, but you're going to have to check that video out if you want to see that, okay? So we're just cruising probably about 15-20 feet above the water. yeah, like I said, tell me if you see anything. Normal mode, going about 33.5 mile per hour out here. I want to try something with the camera real fast, so I'm going to stop recording right now. Let's go into Quick Shots. Has this new one here. I'll go ahead and have that up for you. Oops. Go back into Quick Shots. Yeah, the rotate. So that's going to be really cool. Let's try that real quick while we're flying. I'm going to point directly. We're almost there. Wow, that was quick, huh? Point and focus directly on the island out there. And start it.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just going to keep flying forward and see if it lets me do that. Nope. I guess I have to stop. So I can't really keep moving it. Let me go set some of the settings first. So I'm going to go into it here. And we're going to go forward 180. Let's get into the settings if we can. Rotation speed, flight speed. That's the max you can go. Okay. So I do have to let off the controller. So we'll get a little closer and then I'll start this. So I have kind of a neat view. Maybe we'll just skim past it. Check it out, guys. 76% on the power, and yeah, that's beautiful. I'm sure the winds, it's probably a little windier out there, but the wind's blowing towards me, so coming back I'm not too worried because we'll have the wind at our tail on the way back. And RC signal's good, 4 to 5 bars. Okay, let's try this. So I'm gonna stop here, letting off this forward stick. I'm just gonna start
3,
this
2, 1.
camera turning thing, just see how it looks, okay? Go for it. Whoa, that's gonna be wild. We'll try this, and then we'll also try maybe the other direction, flying directly over it. Whoa, that is trippy. Tell me what you think on that camera, guys. Can we do a 360? I'm gonna get back into it. No, so you only can go up to 180 on this. Kind of played with this a lot in the flight test, so let's get a little closer to the island. Maybe right on the edge here, and then we'll do that again. Look at that. So we're reaching this island at just around 70% power. Awesome. So let's just go right here and try that one more time. Okay. And direction. Yeah, we want to keep going forward. So we'll just keep going forward here. Let's start it. Let's get another one of those.
1.
So remember, you can't be on the sticks for this, but isn't that kind of a neat effect there? Ooh. And the sensors are all still on, so even if I was about to hit something, it wouldn't. All right, guys, let's get out of this and let's go back just to our regular shooting. So we'll just go back to video up here and just in normal. Check out the boats down there. Let's start recording again. So 4K, 30 frames per second. There we go. Let's just go for it. We'll do some orbits. I just want to see what's in here, get over here. Actually surprising there aren't any larger tour boats around this island. Interesting. Anyway, man, beautiful. What we'll do is we'll come over this ridge here. Let's go down a bit, just a little bit. We'll skim the top of this ridge. Ooh, look at that view, beautiful. Image transmission's getting a little weak. Wow, I gotta hold my hands up and get my controller kind of straight. There we go. All right, I'm gonna stop here, turn. Let you see that beautiful view. Boy, just amazing. Look at this. Focusing in there. There's the lighthouse. Man. Look at this island. This is an atoll. Right here. What do we want to do? Let's go up and track a boat, okay? Actually, I want to see the water here. Look how clear that is. Just beautiful. Hope you're enjoying this nice, relaxing video in the tropics. Let's get up a bit and check the boats, and then maybe do like an orbit around a boat. Do some other things, and then we'll come home because we got gobs of power here, huh? Tell me if you see anything in the water. You know what I forgot to do is put on an ND filter, but water's still beautiful and nice and clear. I don't think we really need one. Let's go ahead and get up out of these guys kind of earshot, so I'm not bothering them. So we'll go up to maybe a few hundred feet. And let's just stop here and maybe do like an orbit. How's that sound, guys? So, I wonder if I'm recording. Nope. Can't really track an object. Oh yeah, there we go. It just took a while. Might be overheating a bit. So we're going to click on the middle here of the screen where the spotlight is, and then do a POI. And let's do one to the left. And we're recording and everything. That's all we got to do. While we're recording, I just circled that boat. And let's just check out and move it up a little so we can see the kind of the ridge of the island there. So it did plop a point. Interesting. Maybe because the boat was getting a little too small. We'll just do an orbit for a minute. Just beautiful. Maybe once those boats get out of view, we'll do some other camera movements. So it did plop a GPS point. That's interesting because I guess the boat was getting too small and it lost track. But that's kind of what you can expect with this drone. It's just like, you know, let's pull up the camera. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just using my left pointer finger on the left roller to rotate it right and pull that up. And there's just kind of like an orbit around the boat, so it knows it's orbiting around that boat, but we can move the camera wherever we want. And now I'm just pulling left on that left top roller. And let's go back down to the boat. Yeah. Beautiful, huh? I wish I would have remembered to put an ND filter on, but oh well. So it might be a little washed out, guys, but that's okay. Still beautiful. So we're gonna stop that there, and let's see what else we want to do. What else do we want to do? Do we want to just kind of cruise the X on that? Cancel that. Oh, see how it sees those boats there? Kind of neat, huh? We can click on one of those X's. By the way, guys, this drone now can detect bikes, so I'm going to be doing obstacle avoidance test on a bike. Wow, we're already 56%, huh? Interesting. Maybe I won't track these guys. I'm just going to press X on there. And I should probably fly back soon, so I'm not getting any information on that I should return to home yet. It's probably gonna pop up soon. Let's just get a cool kind of ridge shot and hope no birds attack us. I'm gonna do this really neat footage, and then what we'll do is we'll center on that coastline there, and then we'll just pull the camera up slowly. Again, this is just all manual. You know, you could do a master shots on this if you were more comfortable. Just tapping the screen to focus. And then you can do these kind of cool angled reveals. Neat, huh? All right, well, we're at 54%, and I kind of don't want to push the limits of this one. So home point on the screen, awesome. So we know where we got to get back to. So let's go down a bit, and then we'll just kind of buzz the island here. Let's do this. Our last reveal shot. We'll go back. We'll have a neat ocean to island shot. You might see some sharks down there. There's a lot of life down here. And here's what we'll do, guys. We're gonna start going forward, coming home. And then once we kind of start seeing the shoreline, we're gonna pick it up. Watch this. Not too fast because we don't want it to be jittery or anything. Just nice and smooth and slow. Wow, look at that. Over, and there is the island of the home point. You guys know what island it is. All right, full throttle on my finger. And we're just gonna, I like that it has by default these little reticles in the middle of the controller screen, because you can really make sure you're going in the right direction. You see those white vertical lines and then that green horizontal line. I'm sure you can turn those off in the settings, but I haven't tried. So I can't believe it hasn't even asked me to return to home, and I only have 49% battery left. But apparently it's getting smarter every day. It knows probably the wind speed. Let's bring her back down, do a little ocean low flyby, and hopefully nothing gobbles it up. Here we go, keep that mountain in view. And I'll just do kind of a low flyby. Maybe even a little lower. What do you guys think? Let's get it down there. I want to land on the water, that's for sure. So like I was saying, every day these things are just getting smarter to know when to return home. And guys, you have to check out that range test. I did it on the area, the island you're looking at right now, and it just blew me away how far it went. A new record for my record books. A lot of you are going to and have enjoyed that if you haven't seen it yet. I also did the full flight test at a park on this island. Let's go a little lower. Ooh, boy. It seemed like it didn't want to, it kind of went back on its own on that one. It didn't want to get close to the water once I let the stick off. So it's kind of comfortable flying around 72 feet for some reason. Interesting. Came back up on its own. What I was getting at is I also did the full flight review, my initial flight review. I also did the unboxing in a separate video, but the flight review revealed a lot of new improvements and what this thing still cannot do and can do and has issues with. So make sure you check out that one too. I do have the cards pop up on the top right when I mention them. And then down in the description down below, you may have to hit that more button below the video to expand the description. And I'll have my entire series, each video listed under more videos, so our series of videos for the Mini 5 Pro. So be sure you check that out, guys. This is my last day here, and I just wanted to give you guys a nice relaxing view of what I've been missing for a while, and just kind of let you relax with me on this. Let's do a little zooming. So the right roller with my right pointer finger, I'm just going to zoom in to where I'm at. Remember, this thing does 3 times. Seems like a optical lossless. And I guess you guys can be the judge of that. I'm gonna tap on the screen just to focus in over there. See that? Pretty cool, huh? Let's zoom back out. Right roller to the left. You can go as slow as you want or as fast as you want, and then you can also just tap on the 1 or 2 over there at the right side of the screen to do faster zooms. I'll try that real quick. So I'm just gonna hit the 1 times, boom. That gets you back to 1 if you're like on 2. I'm gonna hit the 2. See how that just zooms in, and hit the 2 again. We go to 3. All right, and I'm gonna hit the 1 again. That's just a fast zooming technique. Okay, it's interesting how it's slowly going up on its own. I know sometimes these drones do that. Maybe it's something with the water. I don't know. But it already went up to 86 feet. We are at 37%, guys. We're just coming home. I'm going to pull her down a bit and show you that again. I don't want to crash into the water, obviously. But see, it's going up on its own. It actually gets close to the water, and then it pushed itself up, and I had to keep pulling down on the stick, and it's still going up. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? You have all the sensors on, so maybe that's just like a precaution DJI implemented into flying over water, where they think it's just safer, where it won't screw up sensors. Well, since we're almost home, guys, let's do some cool shots here on the point. So let's pick her on up, get a little altitude. And when you have this much power left and you're ending your flight, you really don't have to worry, because this thing can fly for, 45, 50 minutes. So let's see what we can do here. Should we just do a beach flyby? Maybe we'll do that. So we'll kind of get up here. Again, sorry I don't have the ND filter on. And what do we want to do? We'll just do kind of a normal full speed flyby along the beach. I'm going to pull her down a bit and just give you guys a nice final tour of this beach I'm filming at. So remember, I do have bypass on. Yep, it doesn't want to get anywhere into those trees, but we'll just go ahead and do a flyby here. Ooh, look at this. Beautiful. That's the beach we're checking out. So you guys enjoy, man. I need to turn myself to the right where the drone is. Starting to go around the corner. Try not to fly over any people, but I do want to get this nice shot of the beach. I'm going to step out here. Look at this, guys. We'll just fly along the shore until it tells us to come home, right? Oh, there's a sailboat. Let's just do this. Check out the shoreline. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know a lot of you guys, it's getting cold there on the mainland, and these kinds of shots are just the ones you want to see, right? Look at this. Look at that water. Just beautiful out here. Fishermen down there. Whee! Try to stay to the left of this group. Very nice. Wow. So here's what we'll do. We'll whole shot it through these trees. I'm starting to lose signal. It's getting a little bit jittery. And then we'll turn around, and I want to try to orbit that sailboat. Maybe we'll have enough power. But look at the amount of flight time you have on this. There's the island we just were at out there. Let me turn it here a little quick and see if we can pick up a little higher and get this boat. Isn't that cool how it automatically puts markings on stuff like this? So I'm going to stop here so I'm not too close and intruding on anybody's privacy, and let's do a point of interest to the right. Fast. Just gobs of flight time, eh? So tell me what you think about this camera, guys. 1-inch sensor, no ND filters on it right now. Look at that, see how it's a little washed out? I can still go into my EV and I can turn that down a little if I want. There you go. Or of course this has full manual mode if you need to just do full manual. But tell me what you think about the camera. That's what's so great about having bigger batteries with bigger flight time. Whoa, interesting. I haven't seen that happen. So that did that on its own. See how it kind of like tried to track the sail mast and the camera went up? I didn't touch that.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna let it finish its rotation because I know I can make it home. No issues whatsoever. And then we'll just stop here. Click on the X of the boat. And you see how our EV is a little low now. We'll go back to 0. There we go. Tap the screen. And we'll just do like a little flyby of this boat. Beautiful. Kind of a neat shot, right? With that mast there. And then let's pick her back up, do a bit of a reveal, get back home. Just beautiful. We'll just do like kind of a straight shot home this time. Oh, maybe I'll fly over the beach a little again. I'll click on these rocks. See how it tried to focus in there? Kind of hard to know. I mean, there are some overexposure settings you can put on the screen if you want to tell you. It's a little bit difficult to know when you're just looking at the controller screen. There we go, look at this. Beautiful little, I'm gonna pick the camera up so we can see that cinder cone in the background a little better. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do a whole shot, okay guys? Let's see if it lets us do this. Down, over. Full speed ahead. Woohoo! There we go. Return to home, low battery. Pick it up so I don't bother the golf course workers. Oh, beautiful. Yahoo! Look at that, guys. So, hey there. Here's our home point. One last thing I want to do, punch up.
Low battery. Return to home promptly.
Punching it up, and we'll do a spin. Just manually, slowly moving the left thumbstick to the right while I'm gaining altitude, actually. We'll do one last one of these before we land. And done. Let's go ahead and hold in the physical button. Wow, that was interesting how it picked the camera up real quick and then it just blasted it back down. Anyway, we've been recording practically that whole flight. That's gonna be so neat. I hope maybe you guys saw some wildlife in the water because this water's so clear here. Isn't that neat how the camera just does its own thing on the return to home? I'm gonna hand catch it, so. Wow, it wants to land over there. That's interesting, huh? Oh no, it's coming in. Whoa. That was a little sketchy. That's like water over there. Come on, buddy. Turn you around. We're getting really low now. And here's how you hand catch it. I'm gonna do one last look at that beautiful view, guys. That's the last one. Stop recording. I'm gonna grab it and then do a little flip so it turns off the propellers real quick. See that? It thinks it crashed, but that's okay because I like to do that. And it just turns it off real quick. Boy, oh boy. Well, guys, tell me what you think. That was a fantastic little relaxing flight. I hope you really enjoyed that. I had a great time doing that on our last day here on the island. Make sure you check out the other videos I did on this thing. It's just getting so much better each generation, and I really hope that these things aren't banned in the US. Who's in harm on that flight, right? This tiny little 250 gram drone just trying to get a nice shots of this coastline. You could barely hear it with the shoreline, the water lapping here, and just a slight breeze, and you can't hear this thing in this kind of environment unless it's like 10 feet away from you. So I'm sure a lot of those people on the beach didn't even know it was there unless they saw it. So tell me what you thought about this camera. 1-inch sensor, right? So we're getting up there in the mini series. Next up is going to be the tracking test on a bike in a very wooded neighborhood with high pine trees, and let's see if it crashes or not. Thanks for watching. Take care, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one.